when I turned 18, I was like, what am I going to do? Of course, I didn't do it like right when I turned 18. A lot of people, say that to me, but that's not what I did. I waited and I really tried to make sure this is what I wanted.
Picture this. The second Piper Rockelle blew out the candles on her 18th birthday cake in August 2025, she didn't wait. Within months, she launched headfirst into adult content creation, flexing multi-million-dollar earnings in a single day and turning her entire online world upside down. What makes this moment explosive isn't just her choice. It's the millions of young fans who never left her side. These are the same kids who grew up binge-watching her every move, the ones who still scroll past her videos in their feeds today, completely unaware that the big sister figure they idolized has crossed a line they're nowhere near ready for. Let's rewind and see how the grooming started long before that birthday. From the start, her content wasn't just innocent pranks and dances. It was carefully engineered to hook young eyes and keep them coming back for more. Think back to the Squad era, those over-the-top challenge videos, the suggestive crush skits, the dramatic friend group storylines that felt like a soap opera. She and her mom pushed boundaries that felt uncomfortable even then. Suggestive dance moves and crop tops aimed at elementary and middle school viewers, calorie-counting app promotions slipped into videos labeled, "Great for boys and girls of all ages." An endless thirst for attention that normalized early sexualization. Critics and former Squad members have pointed out how the content slowly escalated, pushing emotional drama, body focus, and boundary-testing behavior that made young fans feel like they had to keep up or stay cool. It wasn't outright explicit, but it was grooming in slow motion, training an audience of tweens to crave the next level of Piper's personal life year after year. By the time she hit her late teens, that foundation was already laid. Her young followers had been conditioned to accept whatever Piper did next, no matter how grown-up it got. And here's the part that should alarm every parent. She never stopped targeting that exact same audience. Even now, in 2026, Piper's main TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube accounts are still flooded with the same high-energy style that built her empire. She posts prank videos, quick dance challenges, behind-the-scenes vlogs, and day-in-the-life content that looks almost identical to the tween-friendly stuff from 5 years ago. The thumbnails are bright and bubbly. The captions scream fun and relatability. The algorithms haven't forgotten her original fans either. They keep serving her videos to the kids who followed her since elementary school. Her follower counts are still massive. Over 12 million on YouTube, 18 million on TikTok, millions more across Instagram. These aren't suddenly adult audiences. They're the legacy kids, now 13 to 17, who grew up calling her their big sister or inspiration. She hasn't rebranded her main platforms to adults only. She's still speaking their language, posting in their spaces, keeping the door wide open. That's what makes the time bomb tick louder every day. Piper doesn't just create adult content in private. She teases it, flexes the earnings screenshots, and drops links right on the same accounts her young fans follow. A suggestive photo here. A link in bio, call out there. Earnings posts boasting millions in a day, all visible in the feeds of kids who still think of her as the wholesome YouTube girl from their childhood. And the comments prove it. Scroll through her recent posts and you'll see the heartbreak in real time. Young fans write things like, "I grew up with you. This feels wrong." Or, "You were my childhood idol. What happened?" Parents chime in too. "My 12-year-old still follows her? How do I explain this?" Or, "It's every parent's nightmare seeing my kid's hero go this route." These aren't isolated voices. They're flooding her comment sections daily, mixed in with the usual likes from the old Squad era. The young audience is still there, still engaged, still commenting as if nothing changed, except everything has. Now layer on her very public personal life, and the exposure gets even more intense. Just weeks ago, in early March 2026, Piper openly confirmed she's in a throuple, a romantic relationship with Twitch streamer Rockelle and TikTok creator Madi. She explained it all in a TMZ interview.
They're all very, very, very supportive of me, honestly. Like, they just genuinely, I couldn't ask for a better support around me because they just were completely like, "Piper, it's up to you. It's your decision. Whatever you want to do." But I think because I am so young, I have a lot of life to live if I, keep myself healthy. And, I don't plan on doing this forever, but I want to at least try it out for a second.
Rockelle had been open about seeing other girls, so she decided she could too. Rockelle has been open about being with other girls in this relationship, so why can't I? She said. She described it as turning into an open dynamic and gushed about Maddie. Maddie is so hot. She makes me feel special for sure, and we just vibe. I think she definitely embraces my OnlyFans. Who knows? You might see us one day together on it. They post couple content together on TikTok. She guests on his streams, and the whole relationship plays out in public, right alongside her other posts. For her legacy teen fans, this isn't just celebrity gossip in a separate bubble. It's showing up in the same algorithm-driven feeds where they once watched innocent squad challenges. They're seeing their childhood role model in a polyamorous setup, hinting at future group adult content, all while still scrolling past her dance videos from middle school. The whiplash is undeniable. This isn't theoretical harm. It's real psychological confusion for thousands of young viewers. Parasocial bonds like this shape identity, boundaries, and what feels normal. When your idol, who you trusted since you were 6, suddenly pivots to adult territory without ever leaving your feed, it creates betrayal, pressure to grow up too fast, and blurred lines about consent and self-worth. Piper herself has said she thrives off the hate and that she's not going to be a kid forever. But she rarely addresses the kids who are. Her grandma has even publicly supported the move, adding another layer of family endorsement that young fans see. Meanwhile, the platform algorithms and her unchanged posting style keep the pipeline flowing. Old fans stay subscribed, new young ones discover her through recommended videos, and the cycle repeats. The teen follower time bomb isn't just ticking. It's already exploding in comment sections and parent group chats across the country. Piper built her empire on the backs of children who loved her unconditionally. She conditioned them with boundary-pushing content for years. She continues to speak directly to them on the same platforms. She flaunts her adult life, including a very public throuple, without ever closing the door on that young audience. And now, millions of teens and tweens are caught in the blast radius, watching their childhood hero change in real time, while the internet pretends it's just her choice. This isn't empowerment for them. It's a warning about what happens when kidfluencer fame collides with adult pivots, and no one bothers to protect the original fans. The question isn't whether Piper has the right to live her life. It's whether the kids who grew up with her should still be in the audience when that life turns explicit. And right now they absolutely are.